Yard. And for everyone who's out there right now who's literally showing up and is like, who is this guy? He's never been on this channel. You're correct. You do not know who I am yet, but you will know who I am pretty soon. So hi, I'm PJ Metz. I'm new to GitHub. I am going to be working with the Campus Expert program, and hopefully you'll be seeing me on this channel a lot more often because I like doing streams. It's fun for me. So we're here today for a variety of reasons. One, we're here to talk about the Student Developer Pack. We're here to talk about an amazing company that is in the Student Developer Pack, and they're going to talk to us all about what they're doing today. You know, we want you to know that this channel is going to get active in the next few weeks and months and over the next certain amount of time. So like, if you have been looking at this channel and going, I wish they would stream more, I wish people would hang out there more and things like that. If you want to come here and check out the great spam that we get in the chat, like, hey, they want to offer promotion of our channel. I can't believe it. They want to promote our channel. How cool is that? But if you want to see more videos, good luck, or rather, congratulations. There will be more videos on this channel in the future, and you're going to see a lot of me, and you're going to keep this place as a great place to learn about all the great things that GitHub Education has to offer. So, we've got a lot to cover today. We have this amazing group coming in, this awesome company, and they do something really that's very near and dear to my heart, and that's help people learn how to code. And so I'd kind of like to just get right into it. And if we could, please, I'd love for you all to welcome from Codédex, Sunny. Come on in, Sunny.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sunny, founder and chief vibes officer at Codédex. Thank you for having us, PJ.
CVO is such an important position. I feel like a lot of people are not appointing CVOs, and they really should.
There we go. Yeah, very excited to be here. Haven't streamed in a while, so back on Twitch for the first time in a minute.
It's always funny when you come back to streaming because you feel like, what do I do on this show? Like, why am I here? And that first, like, literally, you all probably saw me panic for like the first minute and a half. I was like, I'm live. It's been a month. So, but it's exciting to be here because I think streaming has a lot of it feels more live than anything else.
True. And feel free to talk to chat where you're calling in from. So we
Absolutely. Get in the chat. Tell us where you're coming from. Sony, while they're telling us where they're all from and where they're tuning in from, could you tell us about yourself and Codédex and how it came to be that you're on this show with us?
Yeah, so I'm Sunny. I'm based in Brooklyn, New York. Started Codédex a year and a half ago. We're a very small team based in Brooklyn, New York. So Codédex, it's pronounced Codédex like Pokédex. We're a brand new learn to code platform from Gen Z. I can demo that in a bit. But a little bit about myself. I was a classroom teacher, studied CS, became a classroom teacher for 2 years, worked at another edtech platform for 5 years, and then sort of saw a gap in the market for students that's too old for Scratch and too young for the career switchers, career upskillers. And we want to build something that's very gamified, very community-based. And that's how Codédex came to be. And we have 130,000 registered users around the world now. So growing pretty quickly. And we just partner with GitHub Education, meaning that Codédex is now 100% free for anybody who's a verified student on GitHub and with a current edu email address. So we're very excited, and that's why we're here for this stream, just to tell you a little bit about Codédex, and we're going to introduce Ellie, another member of the team, in a bit too. So
absolutely. Oh, so yeah, I love that that identified gap is actually something that I noticed as well, where a lot of the learning materials seem to either be for people who already know a lot and need to know more, or kids. And so like seeing an in-between that's like, oh, like you want like a little more, you don't want something dry and boring like a, you know, an article, but you do want something a little more exciting to keep you interested, and gamifying it is such a great way to do it. And I don't know if you could tell by his background, but Codédex has the exact right vibes, and that 8-bit style, that, you know, Pokemon adventure style is a really cool part of the platform, and I'm really excited to see that y'all are doing it. What up, Texas in the house? Thanks for responding in the chat, letting us know where you're at. So, Sunny, what are some of the things that Codédex like offers? Like, how many courses do y'all have? What's really popular on your site? Tell us a little about that.
Cool. Should I just get into the demo then? Here,
I think actually, yeah, let's get right into it. Go ahead and show us what's going on. Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to share screen. There we go. Cool. Well, this is Codédex. This is the landing page. Let me just get into here real quick, just so maybe Morgan, if you type out Codédex in the Twitch chat, just so folks have the URL. Let me log in real quick. Cool. The first thing you see is the user dashboard. So, and I'm going to go over the site a little bit. Learning for us, learning tech skills takes years, not months, not weeks. And we sort of chopped up the learning journey into 3 pieces. And you can see in the global header, learn, practice, and build. Okay. And we also have a 4th part, community, which is almost like the connective tissue that supports all 3 of these pillars. So there are 4 pillars: learn, practice, build, and community. Okay. Let's dive into the learn part first. Inside the learn tab, you'll see 7 courses that we offer: the Legend of Python, the Origins Trilogy for web dev, so HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, 2 expansion packs, and also a brand new React course that we dropped last week. We also got 2 more courses coming over the next 2 weeks. And this is kind of what you'll see on a course landing page. Here's the Legend of Python, right? On the course landing page, you'll see your course progress, your character that you can choose from, your XP points, and all the chapter badges that you collect. Very nice, right? So it's almost like Pokemon. I mean, that's why we called it Codédex, like Pokédex.
Exactly.
And inside an exercise, you'll see, by the way, this is different for every single course. Here for Legend of Python, it's a 2-panel view. You have the narrative on the left side where you can read through, right? Take a look. Some instructions, and then some code that you can write. Let me just type out, let me delete my original code. Let's do what's up, Twitch. Run it, and then two seconds later, you'll see the code appear in your terminal.
Yo. I have to say, I messed around with this earlier, and the fact that it like blinks that rainbow first, like really grabbed my attention. That made me so happy.
Yeah, we love these little bite-sized, little happy moments. As you can see, on this exercise, there are actually 59 people currently just like doing this right now. So we want to make it it feels like you're not doing it by yourself. You're doing it with a lot of other folks around the world, right? Practice tab. This is the 2nd tab. And by the way, there's one more thing to touch on, which is pretty cool. As you do the chapter, you can also unlock unlockable items. These are rubber duck, some theme colors that you can unlock to change your editor, and as well as an AI bot that you can ask any questions.
Okay. What? That's cool.
Keep going. You'll even see more unlocks, like let's say a badge car, right? That you can collect. So that's very gamified, very like RPG, like inspired. Cool. 2nd pillar, practice. So after you learn, these self-paced interactive courses, and you get the basics, you want to get the reps in, right? And we have 2 types of practice. One is challenge packs. This is almost LeetCode style code challenges that you can do. But the difference here is that when you get something wrong, we provide the guardrails that sort of lead you down to the right path, right? And these are also very fun, a little bit gamified. You'll see what people like to do, other learners downvoted. But these are very bite-sized reps that you can do, even in between learning new concepts, just to like keep that spaced repetition going. Cool.
Oh,
project.
So cool.
This is the catalog of project tutorials written by the community, right? We got a few written by Ellie here, Brandon here from Curriculum Team Cat, but also, assistant principal based in New York who built a VR project. Oh, actually, this is Tara. Sorry, this is from Classy Codes, right? Did I say that right?
Classy. Yeah. It's Classy, the great group.
Cool. But you can sort of filter these out and find project tutorials that you can follow along. These are very fun. They have GIFs, right? There's code that you can copy with one click, and you can just build it yourself.
Nice. So when you're doing the practice, when you're doing these projects, are these going to be projects that you have to do like locally in your own web editor, stuff like that?
Yeah, a lot of these are preferably locally. Like these are very real world projects you can add to your resume. But we also provide a code editor that we build ourselves as well.
Aha.
Script. And this is basically a sandbox where you can write some code and build something from scratch.
That's really cool. That's great. I love that there's kind of options there, because one of the hard things about like when you're learning to code is when you have to move locally for the first time, it's really confusing. But like having that option on there that you can do it in the web is really cool. I like that.
Exactly. And here's a segue to the last bit, which is community, the part that sort of connects all three of these pillars. And this is actually very exciting. We built this complete in-house on-platform community where you can make friends, chat, ask questions with 130,000 other learners around the world, right? It's almost like a tech Twitter / Discord, but we have monthly challenges that you can do. For example, we got one for March, which is called the GitHub Glow Up Challenge, where you can literally, make your profile look a little bit cooler and win GitHub AutoCAD plushie. And PJ, you're actually going to be a judge, so definitely submit these. We already got, I think, 23 submissions, as you can see, and these are 12 days left. So there's going to be a lot of submissions to look at.
Yeah. Oh, I'm very excited for that, because it's all about putting the README on your GitHub page, and it's kind of like this like secret but not secret that you can even do that. So what I love about this challenge that you've issued is you're helping people completely glow up their GitHub profiles and make it look better, teaching them something new and like getting some skills out there. I think that's really cool.
Exactly. It's almost like this is already something you should be doing. We just give you a final little nudge to
to be fair, yeah, everyone should have the README on their Git, because it is really easy to do. It's really cool, and like I said, it makes it pop, and it makes it really obvious when you go to a profile that doesn't have one. It's a cool little thing. Yeah, as you can see, people submitting it have GIFs and all this great stuff in there. That's so cool. Love it.
Cool. By the way, we also launched our very own user profile last Friday, and this is something I do want to show. If you think learn, practice, and build and community is not enough, we have another feature for you, which is called 30 Nights of Code. 30 Nights of Code is a special. It's just we Frankenstein. We basically combined a few things that we liked: 100 Days of Code, Tamagotchi, and combine it into one thing, which is if you code every day for 30 days, you get to adopt a pet, adopt an egg, evolve the egg, and get to see your virtual pet grow into something that you can keep in your collectibles on Codédex. So basically, this is a fun project that I think over almost 1,000 people are doing right now in this moment. So highly encourage people to sort of move this into one of your daily habits.
That is amazing. The 90s kid in me is loving the Tamagotchi. My Tamagotchi's never made it, but look at this. You got a fully raised little Firebird here.
Exactly. A little Firebird. And you get to see all your progress. It's almost like a little journal for the 30 days.
This is really cool. What a fun idea. I love that.
Yeah. Highly recommend folks to do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is great. And I love that there's a community button right there. Like I called it community taught. People say self-taught. Like, yeah, I had to like go and learn stuff, but like a community of people that I can go to ask questions, to help with things that I understand. There's no better way to learn than to teach. And to have that right there is such an important part of the learning journey. So I love seeing that y'all have that set up already. It's fantastic.
Exactly. And for the folks that's watching, if you're ever a college student, once again, you get to have all of this, the full content catalog, certificates, co-mentors, all for free because the GitHub Education Codédex partnership. So highly recommend to get it verified. And get
Sonny, congratulations on finishing all of these courses, by the way. I'm sure you'll get hired soon somewhere with all of these skills under your belt. Like, this is great. Is there anything you haven't finished? You haven't finished React. React is new. Have you finished React already?
Yeah, I'm still working my way through React. We also have 2 new courses that's coming out at soft launch that we're going to take a look at. So it's NumPy and Intermediate Python. So both highly requested courses. So we're starting to move into more intermediate advanced languages. So for upperclassmen in college, I think these are perfect for them.
That's great. I love seeing that you're not stopping here, that knowing that the Python you did, it's like, yeah, we got you covered, but there's another level, and you're trying to make sure that your learners still have access to all of that. That's super cool. Oh, I love this. Oh. All
Should
right.
I stop sharing?
Well, yeah. Tell us some more. What else we
No, no,
got?
no. I meant, should I stop sharing the screen?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was like, dude, yeah, go on. I'm so excited.
No. But that's Codédex in a nutshell.
That's great. And for those of you, like I said, if you haven't gotten started yet, if you're a student and you've got the student pack and you're a verified student on GitHub, you do get access to Codédex for free. If you're not, you can still start on Codédex for free. Is that correct, Sonny?
Oh yeah. This is a freemium service. So every single one of our courses, the first half is free because we do want people to experiment with Codédex, experiment with learning to code, see if this is their thing. And every single one of our project tutorials are 100% free. So there's so much to check out. I think when we calculated this, it was over 100 hours of content to just dabble in before you want to commit. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And you said the projects are like all free?
100% free, yeah. So you can just go through them.
This is super. So for people who have not even learned on your platform, let's say they've already learned, but they're looking for a way to level up, they can just go learn these projects from your platform and start working on their own. And they can put these into their portfolio and show it to people. Like
100%. Yeah. We're already seeing a few people, career searchers, career upskillers, who are using Codédex and finding their first freelance job, finding their first entry-level positions. So it's been wild. Even when we visited GitHub Field Day, we met quite a few students that already have been on Codédex, which is really, really bizarre. So internet is crazy.
Oh, the internet is wild. It's always cool when you like are in real life and you meet someone. They're like, "Yeah, I did work on your website," and you're like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's great. I love it." And you're like you're doing something, and that real person in front of you has been affected by it, and that's got to feel so good for y'all as a company to see that it's working. You know?
Yeah, it's super rewarding, super validating to see people coming up and be like, "Hey, Codédex? Wait, the Codédex?
You're the guy? You're the one who emails me and says, don't forget to check out this new thing?"
Yeah. But
awesome. Oh, this is fantastic. I am in love with this platform. And to everyone out there, like what I said at the beginning of this, I'll be on this channel a lot more. You can also find me on my personal channel. I'm pretty sure in the near future, I'm going to start streaming myself learning on Codédex to reinforce some Python, because I'm pretty sure I've forgotten all the Python that I learned before about 2 years ago. So I'll have to use this as a refresher, Sonny. So maybe we'll have you on for that as well. Come and help me through some of the harder stuff.
Happy to jump back on.
Awesome. So you have so many great courses. The trilogy of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You got Python. I saw Git and GitHub on there. And normally you'd think we're on GitHub Education, we would demo that and talk about that. But we figured if you're showing up to GitHub Education, you probably know Git and a little GitHub already. So we're actually interested in showing something else off today. But Sonny, you're not the one who's doing that, are you? There's someone else joining us.
Yes. So I'd like to introduce Ellie.
Hello.
Ellie, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. So hello, everyone. My name's Ellie. I am a curriculum developer at Codédex. So yeah, as we were talking about the Git and GitHub course, I authored that, and it was an extremely exciting experience for me that so many people are learning Git and GitHub for the first time through this course on Codédex. So it's been really great. I'm a student, just like maybe some people watching now. I am finishing up my senior year at UIUC. I'm studying information science, minoring in game design. So yeah, very, very cool. And yes, I will be going through the command line expansion pack, sort of, that is also alongside Git and GitHub, but the command line is a course in itself that, kind of teaches the basics of that, sort of getting you introduced to getting to use the terminal.
Yeah, so the terminal is a really important part of computer science, and I feel like when I was self-taught, I remember having to go and kind of search to find a place, and it felt like command line was kind of like everyone was like, yeah, that's for later. To the point where the first time someone asked me if I knew Git, I was like, yeah, I use it all the time. And said, okay, so here, open up your terminal and let me. And I said, wait, what's a terminal? And they went, what do you mean? What's a terminal? You've been using Git for how long? And I was like, yeah, GitHub. And no idea that there was a whole way to work with the computer through a terminal at the time. So I love seeing that y'all have a course on this. And Ellie, let's go ahead and get started with the demo. You can share your screen and kick off.
Yeah, No, so for sure, let's go ahead and get started. So you're usually, yeah, as Sunny was showing before, you're on the homepage. Let's get to it by going here. So yeah, there's 2 chapters out. So we're gonna start with the first one. Yeah, one thing that you'll notice about a lot of the Codédex courses is that the very beginning is usually we like to provide a little bit of history. We want to show a little bit of like context about why how it was used like maybe 20 years ago and how we're still using it now. So yeah, I'm gonna run through this a little bit. And let's see, so brief history, command line. So as we know, a text-based interface for your computer's operating system. And I do want to point out that, yeah, I call it terminal. I will be using a Mac for this and showing that on here. The command prompt is what we usually call it on Windows. So you'll notice also in some of the Codédex exercises that there'll be some notes on the side as well as long alongside hints. So you'll have those two, and I'm going to go ahead and also show a little bit about how I would go along doing this course. But what you'll notice as well is that we also have like the instructions. So every Codédex exercise also has instructions alongside the just like the narrative of you're learning something, but we always want you to take something out of that at the very end. And they're very bite-sized. So some other courses might have like longer chapters. Codédex has very little bite-sized pieces that you can just move along bit by bit. No pun intended. So yeah, for the instructions, let's see, the first chapter here has for the first exercise to figure out how to access the command line. So I'm gonna go ahead and also see PJ, I'm going to share my window. That way I can also.
Oh, so you can move between the command line and the browser.
Yes.
Perfect.
To the entire screen. So yeah, let me go ahead and also, can you see that?
Yeah, now we can see the toolbar at the bottom.
Yeah, you'll see my toolbar. So yeah, as it says, let's go ahead and follow it here. To figure out how to turn on Spotlight, command space, and then we're gonna search the terminal. Let me go ahead and move that over here. Okay, awesome. So now that I have my terminal, I'm gonna go ahead and follow the instructions. So let's say we're gonna try the first command, which is echo, and I'll go ahead and follow that. So let's see. So print statement to the command line because it prints whatever you type next to echo. So the note here says that this just sort of is shows that this is what you're typing, and then it's meant to indicate which line is typed. Okay. We're going to replace the dots with our name. So I'm going to do echo, hi, my name is Ellie. Cool. And then, yeah, because I am on Mac, there's also this little bonus that says if I do the say command, then it'll speak it out loud. So let me try and see if that is also.
Hi, my name is Ellie.
You all hear that or no?
Yeah, I heard that. That was wild.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so I didn't know that when I first saw it for the first time, and I did it. It was really cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's complete this part. And yeah, you'll see that also if for whatever case, if you're not signed in or anything, you get progress every time you complete an exercise. So you always want to make sure that you're signed in and earning XP for, Sunny was mentioning, like all the badges and that you get for completing certain courses. Yeah, being signed in is important. Okay, Cool. So now exercise 2, the file system. So you'll notice also we have some more graphics. A lot of the Codédex chapters include these to make sure that they're a little bit easier. And yeah, they're all designed by just our curriculum developers. So yeah, let's see. So we're told here that in context of the command line, the folders are referred to as directories. With our command line, with our terminal, we can switch between different folders that have different files in them and subdirectories. Cool. So let me go ahead and bring this up.
It's pretty wild that you broke into Dwight Schrute's computer. I think that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's always, we have these little references to our curriculum developers putting in like their own little bits of I guess what would you call it, like just like media or pop culture. One of the project tutorials that I authored, it just has like all my music taste written all over it. So it's just very funny, just a little bit of personality with our courses. So yeah, let's see. We are also now being shown the print working directory, so the PWD. I'm going to go ahead and type that as it says. So I'm in this house directory. And then let's go ahead and see the working directory. Let's go back to that. And you'll see now that I'll have this here to show you all. So PWD now shows user slash what my computer user is called, which is Estrella. Yeah, now we're able to see like the instructions shows us to do this and to continue on forward. You can also see that we also have some hints worked into in case you need to try to figure out where you're at. Or you just want some additional help. The hints usually are very helpful in making sure that you're still able to finish the exercise before continuing on. And not only that, we're also if you need additional help, our Discord community platform also is helpful for when you want to maybe get in contact with a coding helper.
Yeah, sometimes you need a little extra help, right?
Yeah. Cool. All right, we're gonna go on to the next exercise. So yeah, this is a little bit about changing directory. So you may have noticed using the CD that I used a little bit. So you know how to open the command line, how to view the directory, navigate the file system. How do we navigate through the file system via the command line? CD stands for change directory. Cool. Directory name is the directory we want to change into. So cool. So yeah, let's say your username is Dwight Schrute, and that's the directory you're on. And we're also able to see that there's the desktop directory. And this may sound familiar with when you're in your files, when you're not, I think for Mac, it's called like the Finder. So you have your desktop, you also have your downloads folders. You can directly access those with the command line. So yeah, let's go ahead and also see. So CD desktop, and then you can see now that you've changed directories, we are referencing back to that pwd command that shows you now that you're in desktop. LS. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I use this constantly. So yeah, so let's see. So how do you always know that you're going to type CD is a valid directory? So there's a command to list out all the subdirectories in the current directory that you're in. So they're using this example here of the Dwight Schrute directory. We have the desktop documents, images, and these are all either files or folders inside there. Okay, so for the instructions for this exercise, we're going to be exploring a house directory. So yeah, so then we are linked back to this like Google Drive download thing. So sometimes in Codédex, exercises or in chapters, you'll have like a folder, something that you'll need to download, so that you're able to practice alongside with the instructions like moving forward. So for the command line exercise here, for example, we're going to download the house directory. And yeah, and then we'll view the directories and see them. So let's go ahead and try that. Let me do ls to see everything here. I think I can do cd house. Maybe I put it in a different folder. Let's see. Yeah,
It might be on your desktop.
Yeah, let's try that. Oh. Okay. CD desktop. PJ, I think you're right. CD house. Oh.
I too have a million screenshots on my desktop, Ellie.
Let's see. Let me try downloading it just like how I have been.
I love the idea while you're downloading and finding this. I love the idea of being like, look, download this directory and we're going to walk you through exactly how to get into these folders and moving in and out. Because a lot of times you just kind of expect the user, it's like, oh, it'll look different, but like when you can make it look as much the same as what they're doing as possible, it really helps with learning. So I think this is a really great idea. Like literally download this directory, open it up, and like you'll be able to explore it just like we're doing in the instructions. And I think that's fantastic. So kudos to y'all on building it that way. I think that's super smart.
Yeah. I'm going to continue to try to find this. Because I think I just also I had it.
Someone mentioned the downloads folder. Maybe it's in the downloads folder too. Oh yeah, you were in it earlier. Like at the very beginning, you were in it.
Yes,
but you cleared a few times.
Yeah. And yeah, I think I cleared it. So it might be in the downloads. Yeah. Oh yeah. Awesome. Found it.
Nailed it. All right. Thank you to Dush4593 for suggesting downloads.
Yes. Yeah, that does usually happen. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you so much. Cool. All right. We're in the house directory and let's see. So we changed into it using the cd command. Okay. And then now we view all the directories and files underneath. So as I've been using, ls is points out that, yeah, we have bathroom, bedroom, dining room, kitchen, and living room. Cool. And then this is also just a side note, like, yeah, ls, like, just reminds me of, like, list. So it's, like, the list of files. It's usually, pretty easy to remember. So very good there. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and also, again, I keep getting the the reminders to sign in. Okay.
I think it's so cool that it shows you those reminders where it's like, well, hey, just so you know, you're not saving any of this. And like, all you have to do is make a profile to save it. And it's great because it's not like you're done and you have to pay. It's like, no, we just want you to be able to save it. So go ahead and make a profile. So I love that it keeps showing up.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and also now we're on exercise 4. So again, as you can see, like you move through these pretty quick. You sort of also get the feeling of like completion. It's very great to start feeling like you're making progress really quickly. So that's kind of our thought process behind it. Yeah, let's see. So traversing the file system on the command line, typing cd followed by a valid directory name. Moves out of your current directory forward in the file system. So yeah, so we were like just in our main like computer folder, then we moved into the desktop directory, and we can continue, going on like that. they can also be used to go backward. Okay, so assuming we're on the desktop directory, we can then go backwards using the 2 dots. So you moves us back one level. Yeah, even so, one directory at a time can get really tiring really quickly. We can use a / to move up or down multiple directories in a single comment. Yeah, so that's also very, very useful. Viewing file content, if we want to see what is inside of a file, we can also do so with the cat command. So again, we're also, these are just more commands that we keep learning. So cat command will print all text-based content from a file. The echo command can also be used for viewing file content, but the cat command is more commonly used. Okay.
I need everyone to know that I'm literally actually learning stuff about the command line right now that I didn't know. Like the say command earlier, brand new knowledge for me.
Yeah,
and knowing that you can echo a file instead of just catting it, like I didn't know that either. So again, self-taught. There's a lot of blanks in my space, and I've already seen that Codédex is going to help fill in a lot of those blank spaces.
Yeah. No, it's just so great. You really, like everything. Same thing with like getting GitHub, right? It's like, doing that like refresher course can also really like make sure that you've got everything, and you like knowing exactly like I used to know ls and like cd, but it's like, what did those stand for? It's just great when there's just meaning behind it.
Yeah, especially the CD. I used to have to do that in a computer that my family owned in 1994 because that was the only way to navigate DOS, for those of you who remember DOS. But like, it's so cool to see this. So yeah, Ellie, thank you so much. Keep going. Keep going. This is great.
Yeah. No, we're almost done here. So let's see. From the house directory, okay, we have a little list. So for the instructions, let's tour the house directory. Okay. From the house directory, let's change into the kitchen directory. Okay. So I'm in the house directory, and usually your terminal or command prompt will show you what like your current directory is, just like by doing that. But again, as we learned, pwd just make sure that you know where you're at. So let's do, we're in house, so let's change into the kitchen directory. So cd kitchen, use ls command to view the content. Okay. So now we also have a fridge and pantry. Okay.
Are there any snacks in the fridge?
Yeah. Let's see. So where is the peanut butter jar and the jelly in this kitchen to make a PB&J? Okay, so let's maybe cd fridge. Fridge items.txt. Okay, so cat fridge items.txt. Okay, cool. So we have the jelly. And then I'm assuming the peanut butter might be in.
I'd check the bathroom first if I were you. That seems the most. Wait, no, there's a pantry, huh? Maybe it's in the pantry. All right.
Might be in the pantry. Let's see. So,
yeah, y'all don't keep your peanut butter in the bathroom? All right.
Okay, so let's get out of here. We're back in kitchen. Pantry. Okay, and then what's in here? Pantry items.txt. So cat pantry items.txt. Cool. And peanut butter's in there. Awesome. All right, so now use the double period syntax to change back into the main house directory. Let's keep doing that. And now we're back. Okay, so then now we get like this cute fun diagram of how the house directory and the contents are organized. So yeah, this diagram is also like very common ways that people sort of display or show how you visualize different directories. So you'll sort of see this. I usually see this like around GitHub sometimes in like READMEs. where there's like a description or a visualization of how directories are laid out. So this is really helpful as well when you want to navigate through things. So
And
yeah,
especially like learning directories is kind of important because it used to be that you kind of naturally learned this from using a lot of computers.
Yeah.
But as we move towards like phones and tablets in the past like 10 years, it's been a big change in the way people learn this stuff. So a lot of people are going into college and getting ready to learn to code or doing it in high school, and they don't have a knowledge of how this directory structure works. And it's so important to understanding how to work with tech that you understand this directory structure. So I love that, like in this command line stuff, it's not just teaching you command line, it's teaching you how the computer is organized. And I really got to compliment the team on saying, where's the peanut butter and jelly and where is it to make a PB&J? And then you just say, use the cat command to find out. So you're asking them to take what they've just learned and do it again, as opposed to saying, you're not giving them the exact thing to type. They have to remember what they learned, so it reinforces it more for them. This is fantastic. This is very well designed.
Yeah, no, yeah, big props to Brandon on our curriculum team. Definitely, yeah, very good so far. So yeah, okay. So then this exercise now, clean slate. You might have just seen me use these right now. So clear command clears everything from the command line. And that just helps with like organization. So I can try it out here. And just again, like just clears it so that you have your empty workspace. Commit history is also important. So again, this sort of exercise is just like a little bit of like a summary of some new things, and also how to apply some of the things that we just learned. So yeah, let's go ahead and finish up this exercise really quickly. So in the instructions, let's go ahead and change into the living room directory. So then one of the things that you learn here is that the tab key uses for auto completion. So let's say if I do living and then I do tab, and then it automatically finds that first thing. So I don't have to type it. Okay, in the living room and then into the shelf. So CD shelf. And then let's read the contents of books.txt. Okay. And we saw that. So The Hobbit, Wrinkle in Time, and Ripley's Believe It or Not. And then now we can change back to the house directory. So cd ... cd ... and we're back in house. And we'll clear it. Cool. All right, we got that. So let's complete this one.
Clear is like one of my favorite things that I ever learned, like to really make it like way easier. It just makes your life way better.
100%. Okay, we've made it to the end. So this is the final exercise. So usually, so now this symbolizes like the end of our chapter. So everything that you like that you've learned in these previous 5 exercises is sort of now compiled into this like final exercise where you're expected to use all of these and then create something like on Python or when you're learning a language, or here in command line we have a little bit of a fun scavenger hunt. And then I really like we have the little menu bar that isn't, you have to click it here. So this also shows you what exercises you completed and what is left. So of like your progress as you're going. So super helpful. I'm not going to spoil the scavenger hunt. I think that if you want to continue learning, and also kind of did a little mini speed run of command line, but if you go in and also really for any student watching, you go in and you want to take your notes or something like that, you can come back to scavenger hunt and finish it up. It'd be really fun, and also obviously earn your XP. Yeah, it's things like the scavenger hunt. It's what really I think differentiates us from other platforms, just because we try to really think outside the box and provide a way for students to learn in a fun, gamified way.
That's so fantastic. New badge. Congrats, Ellie. You did it. You've got a badge for command line. Awesome.
Great
Well,
job, Ellie.
this is great. I am just so excited to see this platform, and I'm so excited to start working on it. I know earlier we did have one question for the Q&A, and I want to make sure that we answer that. I believe it was Dev Harsh. Dev Harsh 2K4 asked, are there any future plans about adding more languages like Go, Rust, or Kotlin? These languages that are very important, but a little more not advanced, but like not usually people's first language.
Cool. I'll take this one. By the way, great job, Ellie. That was awesome. And
Yeah,
thank
really
you.
good.
You're a great hype man. Cool.
Yeah.
So Dev Harsh, currently our next 2 courses are going to be intermediate Python and NumPy, which is the beginning of our data science. I think right now we want to double down on what we currently have, like the Python ecosystem and also the web developer ecosystem for now. And later on, we do want to add in a few more other super highly requested languages that a lot of computer science departments still teach, Java and C++, or get into game development for C#, C++, and C#. So I'll say after that, then we can get into some of the more variant languages, the more modern languages, Go and Rust and Kotlin. So not for a bit, but trust me, a lot of people have requested those. So they are top of mind.
I think definitely let me know when C# comes out. C# was the first language I learned, and so there's a special place in my heart for C#. Shout out .NET folks out there doing the C# work. I don't know that I saw any other questions. Morgan on the producer side, if you saw any, you can throw them up, but I don't think I saw any that were like, oh, please answer this. Someone asked what languages you support, and we were able to answer that in chat because you had mentioned it at the beginning, Sunny. Yeah, man. Here we go. Where do you recommend people start if they're a true beginner? Like you've never written a line of code, you don't even know what hello world means. What's the very first course you think someone like that should do? Sunny or Ellie will work.
Ellie, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I can take this. So yeah, I think this is like maybe expected. So I definitely would say Python. I think it really covers just a lot of like data stuff, also like data structures. So like learning like your lists and your arrays is and that is just a part of every other language. Like every language, in my opinion, I think becomes a little bit easier once you learn fundamentals. And Python always has been like just known for being very readable, very understandable, just because it looks like like more regular English than you could say other languages do. So yeah, I'd say Python. That's just and you can start it on Codédex.
That's a great answer. I think a lot of people recommend Python first because of that readability. Exactly, Ellie. Looks like Tukir Khan said, is Codédex going to have certificates too? And I think I kind of know the answer to this, but Sunny, I'd love for you to tell us about how people can show what they've accomplished on Codédex.
Cool. Yes, we do have certificates. So let me screen share one more time. Just requested. Perfect. If you scroll down on any of our course landing pages, you will see a view certificate. So you get this after you complete the first half. So let's say the Legend of Python, the first 4 chapters, then the checkpoint project, and then the next 4 chapters, and then the final project. If you do all of these things, then you get to access your certificate, which looks something like this. Cool, with a QR code. So we do have certificates.
We can only see the original window. It didn't open up the next window.
Oops. Okay. For some reason, it just opened a new tab. So let's do this. Can you see this?
Hey, there it is. Look at that.
So there's a QR code that you can use. So we do have certificates for all of our courses right now.
So you can take that certificate and you can add it to your LinkedIn. You can be like, look, I did my Python here. When intermediate Python comes out, you can do that. When NumPy comes out, you can do that. And I feel like that's a solid base to be like, look what I've learned on top of here's what I'm building as well, which is a great resume, a great portfolio.
Cool.
Oh man, this is fantastic. And like I just want to say thank you to you both for first off taking time to come and hang out here, for coming and being a part of the Student Developer Pack. And for those of you out there, verified students get the student developer pack, and it's full of a bunch of free stuff. And that free stuff now includes Codédex and something like 30 plus other companies or something like that. We'll have that link in the chat in just a second for the student developer pack. We are also, what's the other things? Codédex, what do you think that people should know? Where should they go for y'all? What do they need to do?
Yeah, definitely go to the landing page for GitHub Education /Codédex. Here, let me just type out in the chat if more you don't have it. Give me a quick second. Let me grab the link right here in the Twitch chat. Yes. Codédex.io /GitHub-students. This is where you can access your Codédex club for the next 6 months for free if you're a verified student, current student through GitHub Education. So definitely get that and unlock the 6 months of Codédex club.
Awesome. That's very exciting. The 6 months, right?
Yes, 6 months of Codédex club for free. So somebody asked about certificates, that's in there. They want to get the checkpoint projects, final projects, that's in there. If you want to get the whole content catalog unlocked, that is in there. So everything is in there. So
we love to see it. And the final thing we want to make sure we remind you all of is the README challenge happening right now to take your GitHub profile, add a README. That's also at Codédex. All the instructions are there. Where should they go to follow y'all on social media and stuff like that too?
Yeah, for me, Twitter at SunnyNumNum and also LinkedIn at SunnyNumNum. So you can see me in the Twitch. That's my username. And also my Codédex user profile, www.codedex.io /@Sunny. That's with the O.
Fantastic.
Yeah, same here. Codédex.io /@Ellie. And yeah, also on Twitter at EXRLLA and LinkedIn. I'm just Ellie Popoka.
Awesome. Oh, thank you both so much for being here. Thank you, Codédex, for being a part of the Student Developer Pack. Right. Thank you, GitHub Education, for the space on here. And we will see y'all next time right here on this channel. Stay tuned for more videos here in the coming weeks and months. Thank you very much, and we'll see y'all next time.
Thank you, PJ. Peace, Ellie.
Bye,
everybody.
Yeah, the balloons!
Whoa.